this is going to be interesting. Okay, so this, that. What do I need? 10 minutes. Okay. So. Okay. This around. Reach. Priorities. Okay, so what have we here? Five minutes there. Okay. Well, let's see. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. Yep. It's helping an at-risk teen. And ran out of time to do the video. I have a month. Yeah. Well, I have a month. I'm going to probably just figure that out some other time. Yeah. Not feeling it. 5 minutes of peace and quiet. Hi, TikTok. I believe I have 60 seconds, so I'd like to explain something to you about Infinidron Industries, which is doing business as Infinidron Industries. The title is Infinidron LLC. Second take. Hi, TikTok. I would like to explain to you a little bit about Infinidron LLC, doing business as Infinidron Industries. Hi, Internet. My name is Greg G.E. Phillips. I am the founder and CEO of Infinidron LLC, doing business as Infinidron Industries, and I am creative director, acting CEO, and I believe the chief game designer for Infinidron Studios, Inc. So basically, what I've been working on for a very long time has been to make the internet not P2P, not peer-to-peer, and instantaneously connect from one side of the planet to the other. It was great for what it was, and it is great for what it does, but what it does is allow any hacker, any person that has ill will against you to instantaneously access your data. I think that's stupid. And so I redesigned the internet from scratch to run in 3D using Minecraft Bedrock Edition, as the engine API. And basically, with that as the engine, seeing as it runs on every device in the world that has been made since it came out, roughly 10, 12 years, basically every device in the world runs the 3D internet, which I call the extranet. Extranet meaning that it is a public section of a personal. It's extranet meaning that it's a public section of a personal server. So Amazon.com, what you see when you're buying things from Amazon.com, that is an extranet. My extranet, which is probably going to be the extranet, is at the moment 1/2000th scale of the planet Earth, rendered into Minecraft, 1/2000th scale, still being pretty big. And so we will eventually level it up to being, 1-to-1 if necessary for extra room. But that wild, wild web is where everything is. It's that wild, wild web is basically, it's the wild, wild web. It's where you can stake your claim, in a gold rush to rival the 49ers. It's basically where the massive... Hello, Internet. My name is Greg G.E. Phillips, and I designed the 3D Internet. It's called the extranet, but it is essentially a Minecraft mod or experience that is every bit as usable as the internet, but also is 3D. You can use it in VR. You can use it on Android. You can use it on iOS. You can use it on PC. You can use it on Linux. You can use it on Apple. You can use it on Sony PS4, PS5, probably even PS3, and you can do it on Xbox 360 and Xbox One and Xbox One Series X or S. The Xbox 360 and the PS3 not currently being supported, but we are hoping that they will be soon. And so it is a 3D internet. It is the consensual hallucination that was foretold in 1984's Neuromancer by William Gibson. It's the big bad thing that is so fun to access that hopefully we will. I'm just going to get the text message out. Beautiful, if I do say so myself. If Discord ain't working. Hi, my name is Greg G. Phillips, and I am founder and CEO of Infindrone LLC, my solopreneurship endeavor, also known as Infindrone Industries. I'm doing business as Infindrone Industries. And for the subsidiary of Infindrone LLC, Infindrone Studios, Inc., registered in Indiana in 2022. Infindrone Studios is actually a co-op. It is a co-op, and as a person that's watching this video, in all likelihood, I sent it to you because I'd like you to be a member of that co-op. Co-ops being run by the people that are being managed and run by the people that are members. So if you're watching this, then I'd like you to be a member of the Infringement Studios Co-op. What does that mean? As a member of the Infringement Studios Co-op, you will be part owner of the Infringement Studios Co-op. As a member of the Infringement Studios Co-op, you will be an infinite. That's what we are calling ourselves. Much like the Mark Wahlberg movie, we are people that are doing our very best to help democratize the data of the internet in such a way that it is not P2P shared, not instantaneously hackable from the other side of the planet instantaneously, and is instead naturally secure by having physical digital territory rendered in 3D. So in order for a Nigerian prince to steal something from your digital territory, he would have to knock on your door in person and then try to steal it. And that makes it so much more easy, so much simpler to repel those foreign invasions, those hackings. There are so very many implications of that. The extranet, which is what we call our 3D network, that encompasses a world map that is wild and untamed, as the internet was in '96 when Google was registered. Google being, our company is to the 3D internet what Google was to the 2D internet. Google brought about Web 2.0 by making the internet searchable. We are bringing about the Web 4.0 by making the internet physical. And so using Minecraft as our engine and API, we will be using Minecraft because it runs on everything. It simulates life from the cave until yesterday with some fantasy in it for flair. And it's the most self-expressive program ever made. You can build a Sistine Chapel. You can build a Great Wall of China. You can build a little ISO container that's on the back of a truck. And so you can build just about anything you want in Minecraft. And we want something that is going to be a 3D internet to be as self-expressive and as useful and as lo-fi, as in low fidelity enough that not only will it run on every device in the world, as Minecraft does, but it will also run on networking-wise on every device's data plan. You don't need 5G for this. It's actually, we are planning, and we are intending to build it on either a fork or the original MENA protocol blockchain. MENA protocol blockchain is the lo-fi blockchain, whereas Bitcoin is a 300 gigabyte blockchain, where at least 300 gigabytes you have to have just to know what the kernel is, all the different transactions that are going through it. The MENA protocol blockchain is less than a megabyte. It is actually about 22 kilobytes. The way they do that is by just showing you sort of a screenshot of a picture of like a Where's Waldo of all the data. You can see what you see in the section of it that you're looking at, and you're able to, with zero knowledge apps, you're able to identify that you are where you were supposed to be, that the data is where the data is supposed to be without ever involving the actual interpretation of that data. What that basically means is the MENA protocol blockchain is the copper penny to the denim dollar, or rather the copper penny to the gold brick of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is many thousands of dollars per Bitcoin. You can't mine it on any device that isn't a hardcore server with a massive GPU. MENA is, it was 70 cents per coin when last checked. It'll probably go up to $2 or $3, but it's actually something that you could mine on a cell phone. It's actually something that you could mine on a very, a device that actually is getting used. And the reason why we're using it as our blockchain is because, like I said, it's 22 kilobytes or so for the entire kernel. The data that we are going to be using is probably going to be at max a gigabyte for the data that you would need to access your version of, or at least your instance of this World Wild Web, or this Wild Web, this extranet, your section of this extranet, in as much as it is on the blockchain and is therefore backed up in all the devices that are on that same network. Your section, your acre is what I call them, your acre will be less than a gigabyte. Not only will your acre be less than a gigabyte, but all the acres, all put together, will be less than a gigabyte total. So it can fit on the device that I'm recording this on now, a phone. It will fit on just about anything that is actively able to access the internet. And because we're using Minecraft as the engine and API, because we're using their N64 graphics, you won't need 4K to view the extranet. You can view it on anything in about 64 bits. You can view it on you can view it or interpret it or function with it. You can work with it on just about any device in the world. And so when we get our minimum viable product up on the website, which is the portal into the extranet, is actually XTR4, the number 4.net, which is elite speak for extranet, https://xtr4.net. That's where you go. And the first time you're there, you will register your physical location if you want, or choose your physical location in the Wild Wild Web where your acre will be. And once you've done that, then you spawn into the capital city of the extranet, the bizarre inert zone. It's on Antarctica's physical location in our 1/2000 scale Wild Wild Web, the world map of the extranet. Antarctica has the bizarre inert zone. The bizarre inert zone, the biz, basically. It has it's a shopping center. It's a Viridian City from Pokemon parlance. It's essentially a place where you are safe and you are secure and you are literally able to sell anything with Bitcoin or Tether or Solana or our own personal coin, Itcoin, not Bitcoin, but Itcoin, IT coin, which or even Mina. Mina, you can buy things and sell things with Mina. But that's all because in the physical rendering of this digital data and these devices, because of the physical rendering in physical space in digital sense, because your data is being rendered in 3D rather than in binary, essentially, because your data is being rendered in 3D. Transferring data from one location to another is very difficult. It usually requires you to have what we call combots, are actually these programmable borderline AIs that are dumb AIs. They are essentially basically programs that are made to do a certain task, and you can program them to do whatever task it is that you need them to do in the extranet, but you have to use them to transfer looted code or even code that you want to transfer from the bizarre inert zone to wherever you are in the extranet, wherever you are in the Wild Wild Web. Or you can just stick it out in the bizarre inert zone. If you have things that you'd like to sell, as long as they are legal, you can sell them in the bizarre inert zone. If you would rather have your digital territory, your acre of digital territory, be out there in the Wild Wild Web, then you can. You can have your acre of digital territory. My personal acre of digital territory would likely be a bunker underground in the extranet, in the Wild Wild Web, and it would be where my digital library, my library of movies and videos and such, all the digital media that I've ever had collected, all either rendered or at least accessible in that digital territory network that is the extranet. The idea being that in order for somebody to hack into my computer and delete the physical, in order for somebody to hack into my computer and delete that data with P2P internet, which is what the normal Web 2.0, Web 3.0, Web 2.0, Web 1.0 are, which is P2P, peer-to-peer, with those internet accessed devices, you can, from China or Russia or Iran, instantaneously connect to my computer when it accesses the internet, and you can delete data. But in the extranet, you would have to physically go to that location in person in order to manipulate, change, or remove or add to that data. That's the point. It is physical security for your digital self. So that again, the extranet, our extranet, Infindron Studios extranet, is physical security for your digital self. You are physically rendering your data in 3D such that you can use it and manipulate it and do what as you see fit with your own data, which is owned by you and not by anybody else, You can do as you see fit with your data without fear of any but the most vociferous, strong word, any but the most uh, dedicated of hackers. There will still be hacking. There will always be hacking. There has always been hacking. There will always be hacking. But in order for a hacker to, a Nigerian prince to steal something from you, he would have to knock on your door and ask to borrow a cup of code. So that's what the extranet is physical security for your digital self, a 3D internet that renders your data physically in 3D, in real space, in digital territory through the Minecraft engine and API, which we are using. Because of its ubiquity, because it's been around for over a decade, people are still using it and using it a lot. And it is also lo-fi enough graphically that it can be run on just about every device in the world, if not every device in the world. It has N64 graphics. And if you choose to, you can have 4K graphics if you want them, but frankly, it still runs perfectly well on a 2011 Toshiba NB505R, the computer that I bought for about $250 and started playing Minecraft on and started this company on. And so I've built what I think is probably at this point a multi-million-dollar company on a $250 netbook. So doubt me at your own discretion. Thank you. Goodbye.